In 1998, I had a boy, and then we wanted to have another child, and so we tried again, and I got pregnant, and I really felt strongly about not finding out the sex because I love surprises and I wanted to be surprised. So we waited. Then it was time to have the 20-week ultrasound. So at that time, you're laying there and you're excited, and the tech just paused, and I said, "It's a girl, right?" She said, "Well," she just paused, and I really started to wonder what was going on. And technically the techs are really supposed to just document and then probably just tell the doctor, then the doctor tells you. And I got to a point where I just said, "What?" And she said, "There's only 3 heart chambers." The doctor did come in and say that not only were there only 3 heart chambers, but there were a total of 10 heart defects. So my job as mom was to obviously eat healthy and just keep going on with the pregnancy and to give birth. She went directly into NICU, and they said, we're gonna keep her here for, just to observe. And she did great in the hospital. And so after 22 days, they sent her home, and they said, "Your job is to fatten her up and to get her ready for her first open heart." I have a book, I have a binder of every single procedure and everything that she had done, documenting, but over 100 days in the hospital, 3 different admissions, just all the surgeries and catheterizations. Such a little trooper. She just smiled constantly. She was always happy. I was feeling the same feelings from the first surgery, but I didn't realize, that there could be complications. And obviously there's complications with anything you do with surgery. And she coded 3 days after the surgery, because basically what they do is they leave your sternum open, and they went to shut her up and stitch her up, and I guess the swelling in her heart, and she coded, and I walked in and saw her favorite nurse, Chrissy, basically straddled over her on the bed, giving her heart compressions to revive her. And they basically said, we have to take her back into surgery. And the best part is that I was there when she entered the world, and I was there when she left the world, and I felt strongly that this is where she was going to go, and she was going to be in good hands, and I know she's in a good place. I remember saying there has to be more we can do, because I think at the time in the year 2000 it was 2 cents out of the dollar, and that went to congenital heart defects, and I went to numerous heart walks over the years, and when I started to do the math, I said, this isn't making sense. I have to do this for those kiddos. This is really important. We really, really have to pay attention to these little babies that are dying, and it was the #1 cause of death in kids, and there was 5 times the amount of research going to cancer kids, but heart kids was the #1 cause of death. So I know that the Heart Association, I just found out recently, spent $75 million on research for congenital heart defects. There are 35 congenital heart defects currently that kids can be born with. My daughter had 10, and for her to live 16 months was the best gift that I could have gotten, because if it weren't for the research that had been done, she wouldn't have lived that long. So I'm very grateful to have spent that time with her. But I definitely, when I was asked to do this, I didn't hesitate, because I know that I can see so much more that can be done with research, with helping children.